Hello everyone. In today's video, I am going to explain you MCQs of chapter 5, that is function and pointer. So let's start. First question is, the keyword used to transfer control from a function back to the calling function is option A switch, option B go to, option C return, option D exit, and its answer is C, that is return. The keyword return is used to transfer control from a function back to the calling function. That's why the answer of this question is answer C, that is return. Second question, what is the default return type if it is not specified in function definition? Option A void, option B int, option C float, and option D shorted. As you may know that the return type of any function, if not specified, that is default return type of any function is integer. So option B is the answer of this question. Question number 3. The default parameter passing mechanism is option A call by value, option B call by reference, option C call by value result, and option D none. So we know that by default we pass the values in our function. So the answer of this question is option A, that is call by value. Question number 4. Pick the correct statements. First, the body of a function should have only one return statement. Second, the body of a function may have many return statements. Third, function can return only one value to the calling environment. Fourth, if return statement is omitted, then the function does its job but returns no value to the calling environment. And options are first and second, option B first and third, option C second and third, and option D second and fourth. So answer of this question is C, because function can have many return statements and it will only return one value after execution. Fifth question, functions can return structure in C. Option A true, option B false, option C maybe, and option D can't say. So answer of this question is A, that is true, because function can return structures. Sixth question, forward declaration is absolutely necessary. Option A, if a function returns a non-integer quantity. Option B, if the function call precedes its definition. Option C, if the function call precedes its definition and the function returns a non-integer quantity. Option D, none of the above. Answer of this question is option C, if a function call precedes its definition and the function returns a non-integer quantity. Question number 7. In C, what is the meaning of following function prototype with empty parameter list? Void fun, parenthesis, curly bracket. Option A, function can only be called without any parameter. Option B, function can be called with any number of parameters of any types. Option C, function can be called with any number of integer parameter. Option D, function can be called with one integer parameter. So it is clear that option B is the answer, because function can be called with any number of parameters and any types. Empty list in C mean that the parameter list is not specified and function can be called with any parameters. In C, to declare a function that can only be called without any parameter, we should use void fun and in parenthesis void. As a side note, in C++, empty list means function can only be called without any parameter. In C++, both void fun and void fun in parenthesis void are same. Question number 8. A pointer is option A, a variable that stores address of an instruction. Option B, a variable that stores address of other variable. Option C, a keyword used to create variables. Option D, none of these. Its answer is option B. Explanation. A pointer is a programming language object that stores the memory address of another value located in computer memory. That is, It stores the address of the variable. So its answer is option B. Question number 9. The reason for using pointers in C program is option A. Pointers allow different functions to share and modify their local variables. Option B. To parse large structures so that complete copy of the structure can be avoided. Option C. Pointers enable complex linked data structures like linked list and binary trees. And option D. All of the above. So answer of this question is all of the above, because all the above statements are true. Question number 10th. How can you write A of I, A of j, A of k and A of l in equivalent pointer expression? Option A, you can see this, and you can observe all these options. So answer of this question is option D, because there are 4 variables, that is I, j, k and l. So we need to declare 4 pointers for every variable. So its answer is option D. And in all above statements, there are only 3 pointers declared. So these all 3 options are not correct. So option D is the answer of this question. 11th, what is wild pointer? Option A, pointer which is wild in nature. B, pointer which has no value. C, pointer which is not initialized. And D, none. So option C is the answer of this question, because uninitialized pointers are known as wild pointers because they point to some arbitrary memory location and may cause a program to crash or behave badly. 12th question. Address stored in the pointer variable is of type. Option A, integer. Option B, float. Option C, array. Option D, character. Answer of this question is A, that is integer, because pointer variable of any type contains integer address, because address of variable is always integer. That is, whatever the address is there in memory location, it is in integer form. Question number 13. In order to fetch the address of the variable, we write preceding dash dash sign before variable name. Option A, percent. Option B, comma. Option C, ampersand. And option D, asterisk. So answer of this question is ampersand. Ampersand is used to get an address of the variable, as we use it in scanf statement as well. Question number 14. Comment on this const in star ptr. Option A, you cannot change the value pointed by ptr. You cannot change the pointer ptr itself. Option C, both A and B. And option D, you can change the pointer as well as the value pointed by it. Its answer is A, because you cannot change the value pointed by the pointer. It will remain same for whole program. Question number 15. Choose the best one prior to using a pointer variable. Option A, it should be declared. Option B, it should be initialized. Option C, it should be both declared and initialized. Option D, none of the above. Its answer is option C, it should be declared and initialized. Question number 16. Which of the following statements are correct about the given program? You can observe this program where int main and only one printf statement is given, and percent %p is given. So we will see its option. Option A, prints garbage value infinite times. Option B, error. Option C, run infinite times without printing anything. And option D, none of the above. Its answer is option C, that is run infinite times without printing anything, because we have not declared any variable and we are printing that variable, that's why. 17. What is the output of this program? Here before main function. There. Question number 19th. What is the output of this program? In this program, there is one function declared that is named demo, and in that function integer I is declared as static, and value of I is printed using increment statement. And in main, for loop is used, and the value of j is printed 5 times, less than 5 times. So and demo function is called. So we will see the options of this question. 0 0 0 0 0, option B 1 1 1 1 1, option C 1 2 3 4 5, and option D 0 1 2 3 4. So answer of this question is option D, because value of I will be initialized once and then the previous value is used when the function is called. Initially I equal to 0 and the function is called, value of I is printed and incremented by 1. And now again function is called, the value of printed the value printed will be 1 and then incremented, and process repeat till the function is called. So for while starting the for loop, the value of I will be 0 and it will be incremented till the value of j will be less than 5, that is 4. So option is 0 1 2 3 4. Question number 20. What is the output of this program? In this program, there is one function declared named test, and one integer variable is declared named n, and its value is 10, and the value of n is decremented. In main function, test function is passed in all the 3 parameters, and the test function's value is printed. So options are 741, B 852, C infinite loop, and D compilation error. So answer of this question is option B 852. What is the output of this program? Int main, word test, and temp. Again temp function is called. In word test, in printf statement 2 is printed. In word temp, in printf statement 1 is printed, and again test function is called. So what will be the output of this program? Option A 1 0, option B 0 1, option C compile time error as foo is local to main, option D compile time error due to declaration of functions inside main. So answer of this question is option A, that is 1 and 0. Question number 22. What is the output of this program? Hash include stdio.h void main, test function is called, then declaration of the test function, and in printf statement 1 is printed. So answer of this question is B, that is compilation error, because before declaring the function we cannot call the function, that's why there will be compilation error. What is the output of this program? Void test integer star int star void main int a equal to 5, b equal to 6, test ampersand a and ampersand b, printf %d a and b, void test int p int q, and in this function star p star equal to star p into star q. Then next statement is star q equal to star p divided by star q, and another statement is star p equal to star p divided by star q. So Answer of this question is option B, that is 6 and 5. Because the function test will swap the values as the logic given in the test function is of swapping. Question number 24. What is the output of this program? Void test character star star int main char star argument argv array equal to a, b, c and d, and in test function argument v is passed. What in test function star p, that is pointer p, is declared in the function parameters, and in test function there are three statements, that is declaration of pointer m, then m equal to p plus equal to size of int minus 2, and next is printing statement of m. So options are option A, option B, option C, and option D. So answer of this question is option C. Question number 25. What is the output of this program? Here a character pointer is declared name ptr, and value passed for this pointer is hello, and after that printf statement is used for printing the value of that pointer. Here options are option A H, option B compilation error, option C runtime error, and option D garbage value. So answer of this question is option A, that is H. That is H will be printed by running this program. Because the operator star is used for dereferencing and the operator ampersand is used to get the address. These operators cancel out effect of each other when used one after another. Therefore, here only star left after cancellation. So H will be printed since value at base address is H. Question number 26. What is the output of this program? Here in this program, in a test function, two pointers are passed, that is A and B, where A equal to B and pointer A equal to 15. Integer x equal to 10 and y equal to 20. And in int main, test function is called and the value of x and y are passed, and the value of x and y are printed using printf statement. So options are 15, 15, option B 10, 15, option C 10, 20, and option D 15, 20. Answer of this question is 10 and 15. Question number 27. What does the following statement mean? Int star ptr array of 5. Option A, pointer is an array of 5 integer. Option B, pointer is a ptr is a pointer to an array of 5 integers. Ptr is array of pointers to 5 integers. And option D, ptr is an pointer to array. So answer of this question is ptr is a pointer to an array of 5 integers. Question number 28. What is the output of this program? You can see this code where integer A is declared equal to 5, then pointer name ptr is declared, and the address of a variable is passed there, and the value of pointer is printed. So options of this question are option A 5, option B 5, option C 0, and option D 0. So answer of this question is option C, that is 0. Question number 29. What is the output of the given code? In void main, that is main function, A is declared equal to 0, then integer constant pointer is declared, and the address of A variable is passed, then the value of pointer is printed and the pointer variable is incremented, and again the pointer variable is printed. Question number 29. In this code, they have declared a variable of integer data type, that is a, and declared a ptr pointer of constant and passed the value of a, that is address of a, to that pointer, and the pointer's value is printed, and after that pointer's value is incremented, and again the pointer's value is printed. So options of this question are option A 0 1, option B compilation error, option C runtime error, and option D none of the above. So answer of this question is option B, because the value of constant pointer cannot be modified and it is incremented in above program. Question number 30. What is the output of this program? Void main integer a equal to 5, integer pointer p equal to ampersand a, that is address of a is passed to pointer of p, then integer star star c, that is pointer to pointer, equal to ampersand b. So address of pointer b is passed to pointer c, and then printf statement, that is a, b and c are printed, and the answer of this question is C, that is 5 5 5. What is the output of the following program? Int array of 3 equal to 1 2 3, int star ptr equal to arr, int star star temp equal to ampersand ptr, that is address of ptr is passed in the temp pointer, and then the value of temp and arr printed. So options of this question are same address, option B different address, option C 1 and 2, option D 2 and 3. So answer of this question is option E. Question number 32. The pointer ptr points to which string? Char star ptr, char my string equal to, let's find, ptr equal to my string, ptr plus equal to 5. Options of this question are find, option B int, option C let sf, and option D f. So answer of this question is option B, that is int. ptr plus 5 means ptr equal to ptr plus 5. That means the pointer variable is incremented by 5. Hence it is pointing to the 6th location. What will be the output of the program? Void main char far star farther and farthest, and printf statement, the size of farther and farthest is printed. So answer of this question is option A, that is 4 and 2. Question number 34. What is the output of this program? Void test integer star and integer star are the two parameters passed in this function, and in void main variable a and b are declared with value 5 and 6 of integer data type, and in test function ampersand a and ampersand b, that is address of a and b are called, and in printf statement the value of a and b are printed. In void test integer p, integer pointer p, integer pointer q, and these are the three statements which are used, and after executing these three statements some output will be printed, that is option A minus 636, option B 636, option C 366, and option D minus 42. So answer of this question is option A, that is minus 636. Question number 35. Will the program compile? So in this program There is one array declared name str of size 5 and string is passed, that is let's find. So options of this question are true, option A true, option B false, option C maybe, and option D can't see. So answer of this question is true. C doesn't do array bounds checking at compile time, hence this compiles. But the modern compilers like C detects this as error. Too many initializers. GCC would give you a warning. So for some compilers this program will run, and for some compilers this program will give error. Question number 36. Are the three declarations char star star apple, char star apple of array, and char star apple and two-dimensional array, they are same? So options are option A true, option B false, option C maybe, and option D can't say. So answer of this question is false, because all the three declarations are not same. Question number 37. Is the null pointer same as the uninitialized pointer? So options are yes, option B no, option C maybe, and option D can't say. So answer of this question is no, because the null pointer is not same as uninitialized pointer. Question number 38. Which of the following statements correct about k used in the below statement? Character star 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 k. So option A is k is a pointer to the pointer to the pointer to a char. B, k is a pointer to a pointer to a pointer to a pointer to a char. Option C, k is a pointer to a pointer. K is a pointer to a char pointer. Option D, k is a pointer to a pointer to a char. So we can clearly see that the answer of this question will be B, because there are three pointers and last pointer will be used as a char pointer, that is k is a pointer to a pointer, that is first pointer, then to a pointer, that is second pointer, then third pointer, and then the character pointer. Question number 39. This is the last question. Is there any difference between the following two statements? Char star p equal to 0, char star t equal to null. Options are yes, no, C can't, maybe, and D can't say. So answer of this question is no, because null is has defined as 0 in stdio.h file. Thus both p and t are null pointers. I hope you all understand all these questions. Thank you.